my name is Molly Brewer. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me today. I'm going to be talking about manipulatives in the elementary classroom. Manipulatives are anything that you can touch or feel, interact with in a classroom that help you engage with a lesson. There are traditional or virtual manipulatives, so ones that you actually see in the classroom, can touch, feel, are called traditional. Virtual ones are ones that are on a digital. They can be online, they can be on a game, but they're not ones that you can actually touch, but you can move around with or mess with on a tablet or device. The reason we use manipulatives in the classroom are to increase engagement and improve test scores by having kids make concrete connections with things that may be abstract. While manipulatives are not used as often in the reading classroom, there are some good ideas that I found or have used in my classroom that I wanted to share. One idea is using popsicle sticks to write like for high frequency words on, and so students can either like pull those and play like a zap type game. My students love that game. They also love to play memory with their high frequency words, so it's more of a game, but yet they're moving them, so it would be considered a manipulative. Students also have used these pieces, which are sight word tiles, to make up sentences, to just practice their words. This just has a period. So they use these pretty often in the classroom with different games. I would love to find some more ideas to use these with. Another manipulative would be something like this, which is like a flip book. So they are working on the one sound ush. So there's gush, lush, and they use these to kind of quiz each other and practice the sounds that we have worked on during the week. Versatiles are another great idea. I can print off different pages from this for the students to work on, and as they answer, they put their answers into the box. And then at the bottom it tells if it's correct or not. So they have these tiles, and when you flip it over you can see what pattern they came up with, and it corrects it themselves. They have to correct it themselves if the pattern is not correct. For writing, my students love to use these little dice. So you roll them, and then it gives you some pictures. So there's a bike, and it shows an emotion, and there's about 6 dice in each of these little containers. My students love to just get these out, roll them, and then write about the pictures. Another idea I found is using paper clips, or these clips to mark the character, setting, problem solution, any of those story elements that you're looking for and teaching about, and then in books they can mark it and come back to that to remember. One of the games my students like playing on the Osmo is a word game. So the students have these different 2 colors of letters, and they can show them on the screen. So when you put it down here, it will show you if you get it correct, and they can build words with that. In my math class, we use manipulatives a lot. Some of the manipulatives that my class have, they keep in a little tub like this. So they each have their own box of math manipulatives. One of them we use is a Judy clock. This is pretty typical, something a lot of kids use at this age. I also have their shapes in here, so when we get to them in the book, they already have them together. They have counting cubes that are connecting cubes also that they can connect to show groups of numbers and add or subtract. I also keep base 10 blocks in here for all of them to use. There's the ones, tens, and hundreds in here. And then the other one that they use a lot, especially at the beginning of the year, are the 2 color counters. So there's red on one side, yellow on the other, to space out and count with. For math, I can also use, or when we are working on clocks, I also have this, that it's a Melissa and Doug clock. So for this, they have these little cards in the back, and you can either do it by the time or by what the clock looks like to practice having them make that on their clock. So if I were to put 6:25, I would move this clear to the 6. And then I could move this to the 25. And then moving this over, I could check and see if I got the correct answer. The students love playing with this, and I like it because it tells them if they're correct right off the bat. My students also love using the Osmo in the classroom. As they move these pieces into place, it will pop up if they have it in the correct space or not.